Days after an election reform bill was signed into law by Governor Brian Kemp, a number of groups are still fighting it. Tracy McPeer joins us live from the state capitol. Hi, Tracy.
Hi there. Well, opponents of the law are taking a three-pronged approach. They're trying to fight the law in court, they're continuing to hold demonstrations, and they're calling for people to boycott corporations based here in Georgia. At a press conference at the State House this morning, representatives from the Black Caucus joined with members of Fair Fight, Black Voters Matter Fund, and the New Georgia Project to talk about continuing with demonstrations against this law. They say the new law discriminates against minority voters because it limits access to the democratic process by reducing the number of absentee ballot boxes, requiring ID for absentee applications, and making it illegal to give food or water to voters waiting in line. They're also calling for Coca-Cola, the Chamber of Commerce, and Delta Airlines to denounce the law.
What we're calling is we're asking the corporations to come out openly and make an apology, particularly those like Delta that came out with a statement that I think is a racist spin. It's a statement that basically says this is a bill that expands access to the ballot, access to voting, when in fact it undermines and provides additional barriers for people to vote.
Republicans have defended the law as a way to increase election integrity and to ensure that absentee voting meets the same expectations required for in-person voting.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Some activists are pushing back. Bernice King tweeting, "Please stop the boycott Georgia talk. That would hurt middle-class workers and people grappling with poverty." Many Atlanta-based companies are responding to our questions about the new law. Coca-Cola sent a statement saying the company believes voting is a foundational right and access should be broad-based and inclusive. It says officials will, quote, continue to identify opportunities for engagement and strive for improvements aimed at promoting and protecting the right to vote in our home state and elsewhere. Now, Delta Airlines says it believes in full and equal access to voting and is committed to, quote, continuing to listen to our people and our communities and engage with leaders from both parties to ensure every eligible employee and Georgia voter can exercise their right to vote. Civil rights groups have already joined forces to sue the state. They claim some of the provisions like the new ID requirements for absentee voting and limits on the use of absentee drop boxes violate the 14th Amendment and the Voting Rights Act.